Girl, I thought you meant an actual nigga. I'm like, bitch, am I being hacked right now? This is not a game. Help
I don't
me.
got that.
It's literally, it's your boy.
It's your boy. It's literally your boy. Shit. Shop. One and only Giselle. It's your girl, BakedMarys. I am the King Goddess.
Dump that shit everywhere. If you looking fine and you feeling good, put your.
I know y'all have y'all asses on time next time. Let's go. Tabernacle. Tabernacle.
You fine gentlemen and ladies. All of that right there. Hold on, B. Like, since you just got here, let me give you a little show.
And we are BakedMarys.
Always end your night on the highest of notes. And you have officially been BakedMarys. His outfit. We disappeared. We disappeared into the night.
Good night, buds.
Good night. Good night. Your name? How you say good night?
You have officially been baked.
Girl, I thought you meant an actual nigga. I'm like, bitch, am I being hacked right now? This is not a game. Help
I don't
me.
got that.
It's literally, it's your boy.
It's your boy. It's literally your boy. Shit. Shop. One and only Giselle. It's your girl, BakedMarys. I am the King Goddess.
Dump that shit everywhere. If you looking fine and you feeling good, put your.
I know y'all have y'all asses on time next time. Let's go. Tabernacle. Tabernacle.
You fine gentlemen and ladies. All of that right there. Hold on, B. Like, since you just got here, let me give you a little show.
And we are BakedMarys.
always end your night on the highest of notes. And you have officially been BakedMarys. This is outfit. We disappear into the night.
Good night, buds.
Good night. Good night. Your name? How you say good night?
You have officially been baked.
Ta-da!
Not you put us all up here at one time and not yourself.
I am up here.
Ready.
I was muted. I got mad. I'm over here talking about WATA.
I was still singing the intro.
I'm dead, bro. So that's how you feel this morning.
Good ass Beethoven.
Oh my goodness. Well, you guys, I feel like every time I come on this bitch, it's just some things that I shouldn't have to repeat. But I'm gonna repeat it any fucking ways because this is a very special stream. This stream is always going to be in every stream that this particular, guest showcases is always gonna be special stream.
Talk that shit.
Absolutely. So I'm gonna do it anyways because I got to. So with that being said, I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna try to do the best voice that I can. Okay, because Valorous Day, fine ladies and gentlemen. And what's the most wondrous day it is for soup? Tis is the distaff of BakedMarys has been cordially inviting me for a very long time, since like the year 2023. Since that long. You know what I'm saying? To tell of weed and the what? Weed and the the odds. Thank you, my grand sister. So we are 10 hours and 20 minutes post midnight. Okay. So Central Time it, but maybe Eastern Time it too, but Central Time it here. So sister, brethren, and all weed folk alike, come and bear witness to the, I told y'all, this is about third, fourth, fifth year of your collective. We gonna have a ball. And that's on who? Your girl, motherfucking weed leaf for cannabis Nisha
Plant.
So without further ado, we'd like to introduce ourselves. It's your favorite moody girl, like Unicorn. You already know what it do, boo.
It's your boy.
It's your girl with the gas, Baked.
And of course, your peoples.
You just ain't nobody said that name. We got what are we? We ain't got no pronouns.
The collective shit.
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
The collective.
We'd have been boys. We'd have been squirrels. Hell, before I was a unicorn, I was a gazelle.
You was a gazelle.
That long, nigga. I was the gazelle first. I was your gazelle for a long time.
And I was your squirrel.
So yeah, we had squirrels. We've had all types of animals and people. You feel me? But
I think it's very cool.
We are still BakedMarys, bitches. So no, now that we have gone ahead and slid into our very, very illustrious introduction, now we want to give a. So I gotta get myself together. I gotta set the stage for my girl, man.
Get us together before we be on this whole time.
I gotta set the stage for my girl, man. We had the pleasure of meeting our next showcasee that's getting ready to, you know what I'm saying, hit the tabernacle, hit the stage. And when I tell you that when we met her, it was everything that we thought that she was gonna be. She was warm, she was loving, she was kind, you know what I'm saying? She was very graceful,
personable,
most of all beautiful. You know what I'm saying? So this showcasee that we're about to bring up, she is very, very big on being precise. Her precision is always on point, always organized, always trying to make sure that she's giving or putting on a show for her community. You know what I'm saying? She gives a lot to her community. Her community believes in her. We all believe in her, but she has a very huge community. But anytime she does something for her community, she makes sure to go over and beyond, you know what I'm saying, to set the scene, you know what I'm saying, set the ambiance and the environment, because space, specifically safe spaces, are very important for her, and we appreciate people like that in the community. So without further ado, It's the best cause playing.
Period.
Taking ass whooping.
Period.
Fucking winning.
Period.
It's the motherfucking the elevation because my girls stay elevated. Please bring my dog up.
Oh my God. Y'all gonna make me cry, literally. I'm dead ass about to like cry in the corner. Like,
don't cry in the corner.
man, y'all already did this like to the point where I was like, I'm gonna cry at DreamCon. I didn't cry at DreamCon. I cried when I got back to the B&B. I'm at my own house now. I can cry all I want.
Oh, man, my party. I can cry if I want to.
That's exactly how I feel it. Like, I can hear it in my voice. Like that, man.
I'm over here cracking.
I'm trying.
I tell everybody every time they come up here, like I try to be very, very intentful about how I, you know what I'm saying, introduce all of the guests because all of them is something I've noticed about y'all. So I make sure to, you know what I'm saying, bring that to a point when I'm introducing y'all to make, you know what I'm saying, because why would I not? All of y'all are different.
And y'all knew how like big it was for me to just meet y'all. Like we've been doing this for years, and it took to this point to meet, and I was just like, I'm done, I'm good, I got what I needed. I got my pictures, I'm good. Man, this is DreamCon all over again. This is DreamCon all over again. I'm trying not to cry. I am trying not to cry. I promise you. I'm trying. I see the chat going off. Hey, everybody. I'm sorry. I'm like, was trying to reply. And then I was like, I can't reply no more. But I see y'all. So, hi, Prince. Hey, Iconic. Hey, Fury. Hey, Peeps. I saw Bandana. I was talking to you. Overdose. Ray was in here. My nephew, Jay. Good morning.
Good morning.
That's all I got. Good morning.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. We appreciate y'all for sure. Community is very, very big again. So, you know what I'm saying? The support is very much appreciated. But we are so happy to be here this morning with L, bro. Like, we love L. We fuck with L. Like, for real. When we say we fuck with L, we fuck with L. Like, it's to that point. Like, I had actually tweeted, you know what I'm saying? If DreamCon is going to be down here every year in Houston, then the people that I feel like that I've connected with and linked with the most, I'm telling y'all, dude, I'm not saying y'all gonna get into no shit, but like, try not to get into shit with other people, even if they're the aggressor, because I'm the fighter. I'm the fighter in real life.
And if I find out,
then I will slide in and throw hands on your behalf. So actually, we're all fighters in real life.
Yeah, we're all fighters.
We're all fighters in real life.
Oh my God.
All right, baby. That's she's like, no, baby, I'm a shooter. I will shoot you.
Oh, I'm a stabber. So let's.
Y'all are funny.
I know me and Mariah gonna go for sure. We're gonna be the first ones to get out there for sure.
From the shoulder.
Now we gotta be like, you know what? Be on standby. I'm pulling up to Houston. Be on standby.
There wasn't no bullshit out there, because you know.
Oh no, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
A lot of people.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, you know how I get like with my friends, I would be like, who? What bitch? Who?
That's why I'm glad I got out of there when I could, because I was just like, they fighting at DreamCon. Oh, y'all got that.
That was
I missed it by 2 minutes apparently. Like I literally had just walked out, and I was like,
good.
Well, look at
good.
Y'all got it.
Good. I need you wrap divine timing.
Exactly. Oh my God, I'm still trying to.
Yeah, I would ask to disappear before the law is.
And they were all over the place. Over the place. And I was just like, oh no, I'm already tired. I ain't trying to go to jail today.
Like, y'all supposed to be out here having fun.
Exactly.
You don't even supposed to be being you at that point. You dressed up as somebody else.
That's
not how fucking ass pistol fight.
Imagine you get arrested in cosplay.
That's epic, bro.
That's low key a little bit.
You stupid.
You imagine a mug shot like Hadouken, bitch.
You know what? I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna need a few copies of those.
Nah,
especially if you want to fight. That would be my new profile picture. Like, thank you.
Whoop a nigga ass first, cosplay later, bitch.
Now I'm gonna probably make that a mission one year. Like, can you
Add
just
that to
take
your
me so I
portfolio.
can take them photos?
I just
Right.
would like the picture.
Right.
Like, don't lock me up.
Like, I just need
Don't
2
throw away
minutes.
the key on your ass.
Nah, because they'll probably try to keep me.
Lucky.
I ain't trying to be kept out, especially if I don't know the city. I ain't trying to be kept there. I'm sorry. Y'all got it.
Harris County jails, them bitches ain't got no clock.
Oh, no. I'm good. I'm good.
But
they
fuck
feed
around,
you,
book your
they
ass
feed
on the
you
Harley
bologna
Quinn. Ain't
sandwiches.
nobody got time for that.
But when they give you the sandwiches, bro, the bread be already disintegrating.
Fred,
I took
Fred,
the sandwich out the bag and put that bitch right back.
Fred,
As soon as
come
I
back.
put it, as soon as I took it out, bro, crumbs just started falling.
Come back, Mo.
Oh, bro.
Come back.
She reflecting.
It's not even reflective. It's just like
it just happened yesterday.
Oh my goodness.
right?
You remember that sandwich?
Nah, for real. It pissed her off.
It is. But we ain't gonna get into that though. We ain't gonna get into that. That's another story for another time.
We'll
But
save
for
that.
the people who are, you know what I'm saying, new to the community, possibly, we always like to give our showcasees, you know what I'm saying, the floor to introduce themselves, what they might want the audience to know about them, you know, how you got to this point, anything that you just want to put out there, like a little short bio. You know how this goes.
Oh, well, as of right now, we wanted to make sure that, of course, this stream was special because I am celebrating my birthday. So 11 days of elevation is always a big thing every year. So right now we're in day 7, and I was like, you know what? You guys were the first ones to hit me up, and I was like, you guys want to be a part of this? Like, y'all my takeover. So I was actually really excited for today. I was like, this is the one, like, it started it off actually. This actually started off making sure I was going to have my 11 days. So I appreciate y'all for that. After this, I'm trying to see if I'm gonna get back more into streaming after my break, because I am definitely going to need a break. These last 2 weeks have been just on the go. But if anybody follows me, I mean, y'all know me as a cosplayer, but I'm definitely trying to make sure y'all know me for everything that I do, which is being a competitor. I mean, I graphic design, streaming, creating just different things. Cosplay is definitely that top thing, and I will make sure that I continue. Thank you, Tiff. I will make sure I continue, bringing you guys these cosplays every month. I still have this month to do, which I will present on my birthday, but I definitely want to make sure you guys see everything and experience everything with me, because I do this for y'all. Like, this isn't just for me and making myself happy. This is for y'all to enjoy, because honestly, I feel like I don't get out the house enough. So I'm loving just having all these interactions. So yeah, this is definitely just the biggest space for right now for me of all, is definitely doing this. And like I said, I'm glad y'all reached out to me. It was like, we got a space in June. I said, bet. Say no more. So y'all are the reason why 11 days of elevation kicked off officially, because y'all booked this back in like what, March?
Baby, we don't play. We play. We don't be playing. We do not play. Right. If y'all don't know,
that's what I'm saying. This was planned for a long time. That's why I tell people, if you guys want anything with me, just book it ahead of time, because this was already in motion. So I love y'all for that.
That was meant to be, like, for it to be around this time. Like, and we didn't even know that way back when. Like, that it was gonna, come up to this, or if this was gonna come out of us just asking, like.
Yep. And I wasn't even sure if I was going to DreamCon at that time, and it was like it's kind of on the rocks, and I was like, okay. And then I was just like, okay, now it's official. And like I said, I was not leaving that space until I saw y'all.
Period.
I was not leaving.
We were looking for you. Like, we walked a level, we looked down all the time. We were like, nope, don't seal. We just kept, nope.
That's why I was like, look for that big blonde hair.
Every time I see her on Instagram, I was looking at y'all. I was trying to see if y'all ever cross paths.
She was giving y'all the rundown, like, hey, she right here. I was like, I'm not moving. Like, so yeah, I was done. I was like, I saw BakedMarys, and then I apologize that I was really adamant about getting that popcorn though. Like,
girl, it's okay.
Girl, but she came in the cafe with that goddamn popcorn. I was like, I was like, what is so special about this popcorn? And I ended up seeing it on the TL everywhere. People was like, I got the popcorn. I'm like, what the hell is so special about this damn popcorn? DP? So who's DP?
and you know what? It was actually fire. I'm not even gonna lie. I feel lied to. But I was just like, hey, I need this. It smells fire. I am like a big other than French fries and my Mountain Dew and my cherry Jolly Ranchers, I am a popcorn fanatic if it's not like, at home. If it's outside, fair popcorn, movie theater popcorn, I'm getting it. Okay. It's gonna be a big bag. That was fire. I saved some to take it home. I should have got a second bag. But it was worth it. I would say it was worth it. So Houston, y'all got me for popcorn. Whoever that company was, I need y'all back next year. Okay.
I have no clue. I'm gonna have to look for them in the grocery store. I have never heard of DP at all.
When you find it, send it to me, please.
I will let you know. I have no clue.
Please. Hey, Bandana, you want to book a smoke session in advance?
Period.
I'm usually doing it on stream. I just kind of turn around depending on what the stream is. I can be free here.
Smoke, bro. We appreciate you. We got a little smoke.
I can be free here.
Ambiance, we got you.
Like, do y'all see these balloons here? Like, I started this morning. That took a lot of air out of me.
From
scratch. Half. So I need this morning because this, and I still have a ways to go. Like, more is on this side, but I still have a ways to go because I'm trying to get all the followers, all the shout outs, the raise. Like I said, I did say fill my room with balloons, but I have to walk. So I'm like kind of worried because I also got this heater on, and I'm like, if y'all don't stay back,
The heater.
I asked her the same question, Ventura. I was like, where do you have the balloon blowing up these things?
No. And I should be on Amazon right now trying to get another one, but then I'll be like, oh, I don't need it. I can just do it myself.
Absolutely not. So, with all the celebrationing going on without the balloons, we can go ahead and kick it into gear into the first clip.
Yes, this first clip, I believe it is Elle while she is at Combo Breaker.
Let's go.
I was like, wait a minute. Okay, let's see. Because where's the balloon pump? Yeah. I'm telling y'all, I worked at Party City. I am fully capable of blowing up a balloon and putting it together in an arrangement. This ain't nothing new for me, but it took a minute. I was like, usually I'm a little bit quicker than that. Hey, Sensei, how you doing? Being about to fake before stream a while. It went wild. It was just I gotta actually get more balloons. I don't have many left. This has gotta try to last me until Wednesday, which I know won't.
So all them balloons is very impressive. I could never.
It's all her air in there that's impressive.
I know. I should sell these.
The fact that she got air left is impressive.
I should sell these.
You should.
I should be like L's air. Like, that is L's air in there. I should send it. I'm doing
like
good.
On the Lorex where you selling the balloon, but he was selling bottled air, but you're selling balloon air.
Balloon
Aloysius O'Hare.
It's my air. I will put it in a box. Hopefully it don't pop, but just
what once was.
Let it grow, let it grow.
That'll be all right.
Okay.
Building mini businesses. Hell yeah. I'm always about business. Y'all know that.
And that schman. Okay, hold on. Let me go ahead and play this first clip real quick.
So, that match. That was my first match going into Combo Breaker. I hated that Brian. I'm not even gonna lie. I was just like, the whole time leading up to it, Tekken has where it's been a shit show. Okay. You could ask anybody who is playing Tekken that's been playing Tekken for a long time. It's been a shit show. Okay. Um uh Evo Japan had just happened, so there's going to be specific characters that are going to be popular because, you know, person one, Brian was one of them. So I kind of anticipated what was going to happen. I did lose that match and I was okay. After that, I did go on a 3-win streak and then I ended up losing my final match. So I went 3-2 at Combo Breaker. I did better than I did 2 years ago, so I was very proud of that.
Okay, growth.
Because elevation.
Right. Elevate. Basically, right.
I would say I promised myself that I would pick up a second character, so that's what you saw there. So I usually play Zafina. She got the little weird arm that be popping out. And then I changed over to Anna, that's who I was playing with in that clip. But it was just like an experience for me because I was just like, now I feel like I'm back. I'm in this environment that I actually enjoy again. But it was just like, it was a total different experience. But the funny part was I placed exactly the same that I did 2 years ago. But I said, luckily there was more people, so it doesn't look as bad. But I placed 385th out of 1099. So I was like, much better than I did before. I was definitely like, I could have probably practiced a little bit more. We tried to practice, but it was not working. But I thoroughly enjoyed myself. I got to have my team there with me, you know, rooting for me. And then my son decided now he wants to play Tekken and actually compete. So I'm excited to get him involved. So hopefully you guys see a mom and son duo for next year.
And we would love to see that.
Yeah.
I think that's cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you're supposed to, you know what I'm saying? Your mom, of course, but you know what I'm saying? When your child looks at you and thinks that you're cool too. You know what I'm saying? See, I remember you saying your baby is older, like he's in his teens now.
He turned 16 Combo Breaker weekend.
16 years old. Now, me at 16, you know what I'm saying? I didn't start freaking
the
baby.
You know what I'm saying? But him being that age, 16 years old, he could easily be like, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing other shit, mom. But instead, he wants.
And I don't want to hang out with my mama.
Right. He wants to be with his mama. Like, I want to do what you're doing.
Yeah, you doing some cool shit.
He is actually really he loves being in the the video game space, I like to say. He basically follows in my footsteps, which I am actually really proud of. You know, he stays to himself, he games, and he goes to sleep. Like, that's how he likes to do it. It just happens that Combo Breaker falls on his birthday weekend every time. So I don't want to take that away from him and be selfish and be like, I have to compete F your birthday. So last year, I asked him, I was like, hey, what do you want to do? Do you want to go to Combo Breaker or do you want to just, hang out somewhere? He decided he wanted to go to my dad's last year. So I took a break, but it was a much needed break. So I'm not going to take that away. And so this year he was just like, we're going to Chicago. And I was like, you sure? Like, it's on your birthday. Like, we can't really do anything because it's on your day. And he was like, I'm fine. Just buy me something. Bet. And that's exactly what we did. My actual competition date was his birthday. So all day we spent it at Combo Breaker, and then I let him chill for the last 2 days. I was like, you don't have to come if you don't want to. As long as you gave him the PlayStation and some money, he was good. So yeah, it was good. So, but he decided himself now he wants to compete. So next year he'll be celebrating his birthday and competing, hopefully, at Combo Breaker.
And I think that's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
Again,
that's
he could be
dope, bro.
doing so many other things at the age of 16, bro. When instead he chooses to be with his cool ass mom. And I think that's
Yeah, like that makes me so proud because I'm like, and they're like, "Is that your little brother?" I'm like, "No,
That's
No,
my
because
little boy.
mine.
That's my baby.
That is mine."
That is my baby.
He's been taller than me, y'all. Like I'm 5'6". My son, I believe, is 5'11", hitting 6 feet.
God damn, he's
and
still growing.
He's still growing. From all I was always told, he's supposed to be at a minimum 6'4", and I'm like, minimum. Like y'all not gonna give me a cutoff, but he's been taller than me for about a good 2-3 years now. So
I'm not ready. That part I'm not ready for.
I wouldn't say be ready for it at all, because the moment he went above me, he started patting me on the top of my head. And I'm like, you know what, get out.
That's you the
You pat me on top of my head, I will thumb zero right between her damn eyebrows. Do not do that.
Man, I just gotta look at. I'm like, we don't do that here. But I'm like, get your hands off me. But yeah, I'm just glad that he's doing this, but he's also still making sure he's in school, doing good. He's going the career path he wants to do. He wants to work in, the IT type field. So he's basically following me in a way, and we're kind of doing it together, but I make sure he still has his own identity. I'm not going to take that away from him.
Absolutely.
But going into IT, especially at such a young age, like he's already going to be set up for success in general.
Right.
Because that's something I'm thinking about today.
Right.
So I'm like,
that's how I looked at it. I was like, I've been a nurse for 15 years, and I started dabbling a little bit once COVID hit, because I said all we did was work on computers. I didn't have any patient interaction. So I'm like, let me just see what it's got going on. But too much started happening at the same time. So I took a little step back for me. So, but I told him, like, go ahead, do it. So he's already in like courses and after school programs that'll gear to that. So it's pushing him far ahead right now.
STEM is moving right now too. STEM is a big deal.
Right.
Yes.
And I did just want to double back because I wanted to say, like, the year that you took off for his birthday, he may have seen that as a sacrifice that you made for him. So that next year, he was like, "No, Mom, we're gonna go."
Yeah, and I was hoping it wasn't like, like he saw like I was missing out on anything, because last year, honestly, like I said, I felt like I needed it. I felt like I needed that break. I was going through a lot of stuff at that time. And my dad had moved to Mississippi. I know that sounds crazy, but it was actually, it was actually a really nice spot. But it was just like, it was so quiet. Like I was literally at peace. It was to the point that I was like, I'm not streaming. I'm gonna just chill and game on my own. And I didn't have to worry about anything. I just got to relax. It was nice. Like I'm mad he moved from the spot now, but it was just like I got to recollect, basically. And I actually took a few trips there to just like, let me regroup and get myself together. But I always ask him, I told my son when he turned 13, we're not doing any more birthday parties. We're just going to travel for your birthday. So where do you want to go?
So that's how I see it now.
Yeah. So it's like, it's not where, we need to be doing all this big stuff. Like, you need to experience life. I mean, my parents did it for me when they could. I'm going to do the same for him. So the fact that he just decided, hey, look, I said, do you want to go somewhere? I said, Combo Breakers that weekend. He was like, Combo Breaker. I was like, all right, let me go ahead and get these tickets set up. And he was fine. And
so cool.
But he said for sure, he's like, I'm competing next year. He's like, I want to play Tekken. I'm like, you already got a character? He said, yep. I'm like, okay. I said, let me find the people.
You're certainly the cool mom, for sure.
Very. And I wish I had more photos, but he stands right behind me. He had some photos on his. He didn't send them to me, but he records me when I play. He takes pictures. He does all of that. And he'll tell me, one day he told me, he was like, yeah, I saw you on TikTok. And I'm like, what do you mean you saw me on TikTok? Because I know my stuff sometimes will be appropriate. And he was like, yeah, I follow you. So he'll send me
Oh,
stuff. But yeah, he actually shows like he's proud of me. So I like that. Hey Tiff.
As he should
like
be.
doesn't that make your heart just go
As
big
he
as
should
fuck
be.
though? Like my baby is proud of me and I know it and he
Yeah.
said it.
I mean, like that's why I'm like, maybe that's why I didn't have anymore because he makes sure that I'm good, and I'm like, you don't need to do that, but that's my little homie,
There's a
my ride or
cool
die.
mom.
Yeah, I would say he's definitely that broke best friend, but he's worth it.
My best friend though, because if it's your best friend, okay,
Yeah,
best
Yeah,
friend.
we gonna
You
do
can be
it.
broke best friend.
yeah.
Shit.
Okay.
I just want to say I seen you him in the chat. Him, how are you? You always just drop in and then you pop out. How have you been?
But I do want to ask you, Elle, how is the experience for you competing like in an I'm assuming it's like an arena type setup versus just streaming or not streaming, but or gaming or competing at home. Like how is that environment?
Oh my God. Okay. So I wouldn't say it's like an arena for Combo Breaker. Um Thank you, Tiff, for the resub. It's more so like just like a big space. Like if you can imagine like, just like the basketball floor and it's just filled with tables. Just tables with about 4 or 5 monitors with PlayStations, but it's about 100 of them in one little space. So if you go to like a convention space at a hotel, that's pretty much what you'll see. The difference is, of course, when I'm at home, you have to entertain. Okay. So when I'm live streaming a game, I have to talk to everybody while also try to focus. There, you are fully immersed in the game, but at the same time, you got about 50 people behind you. And it's not directly talking to you or interested in your game. They may be watching somebody else. They may be having a separate conversation. So a lot of us do try to wear like headphones. So like I brought my own headphones. I do listen to certain things while I am playing. Just to keep me focused. I was mad like you can't smoke, you can't drink before you get in there. So it's like you have to have something to keep you focused. But I feel that a lot of people and some people may disagree, but I would say majority of us will say if you're in a competing type space, you're able to focus more than when you're streaming because you don't have to quote unquote entertain your chat. Because I thought about it. I said maybe I will stream, but I was just like, I don't want to have to worry about the stream and try to win this match at the same time. I'm not going to be trying to go back and forth.
The game has your undivided attention at that point.
Yes.
No distraction.
Yes. So like it's even to the point where I don't even want my watch on. So like usually I will have like all my jewelry on while I'm playing. I have to take my watch off. I don't want any distractions whatsoever. Talk to me after that is over. So I have my music playing. I'm to the point where I zone everything out in that type of space. I can't zone everything out here because you never know if somebody is doing something in your background. But when you're there, it's like nobody is in the room with you when there's thousands.
Hyper focused.
Very.
And I see this controller that he's playing on.
Nah, for sure.
I don't want to call that a controller, baby. That's a unit. Like that was connected to the PlayStation because I saw a PlayStation like over here in the corner.
Yes. Yeah. So they have Fight Sticks or whatever they want to fight with. I like my controllers only because one, it's comfortable for me. 2, I'm disabled in my left arm, so I can't sit like this all day, and then it's low. So if my camera was lower, I could show, but I'm not moving all that today. But basically, to so like this hand I can't really turn. Like this is as far as I can turn it over. So when people say like, oh no, like you're fine, like no, look, I can turn this over. I can't do this on this side. This is as far as I can raise it. You can see my fingers don't necessarily go straight, and I'm like, it's not a facade. Like this is real. This has been my whole life. Thank you for that follow, Johnny. But we're in the process. So like my team, my FGC team Capri, which you see my jersey, shout out Capri team. We're in the process of trying to make something for me that is more comfortable other than a controller when we're playing, because there are like some things that we have for the disabled community, which I am a part of on Twitch, so shout out to them as well, because not everything is geared towards us. So we want to make sure like, okay, we have these things accessible to us without having to break the bank, basically. So we're in the process of making things like what he has, but for people like me. But you'll see like totally like different designs. I saw one person have his in the shape of a guitar, which was wild. Like, you know, like the rock band.
Yeah.
It was like that.
A guitar hero.
So I was just like, yeah, people go hard, you know, just to make it certain ways. But I did see like PlayStation announce that they are releasing their own wireless one. I do want to try it, but I need to be comfortable. You know, you see it's in their lap. I have to look down sometimes and be like, okay, if I'm not comfortable even typing, I know I'm not going to be comfortable doing that. So it's got to be something that will work for you. Yeah.
Okay, well, shout out to your humanitarianism. Once again, giving back to looking out for the community. Always and forever. Now, that leads me into a question as well now. So, you know, the last time we had you on here as a showcasee or as a guest, it was geared towards the medium of cosplay. Now, when it comes to gaming, you know what I'm saying? Now, I know you said that you guys can't like smoke and drink and stuff like in attorneys or whatever, but I know you also deal with like anxiety. So is cannabis also, you know what I'm saying, a method that's worked into your schedule some type of way before you go in and game?
Yes. So one, I did it outside. So that was one. It's just like once you do it, like I have to time myself. So I'm like, okay, I need to go outside. I need to go do some like, and everybody's pretty much aware, you know, I smoke, I drink, because it's like I need to just like refocus myself. I noticed having a bottle of wine has helped me focus before gaming. I don't know what it is, but I was just like, I should be like all over the place. But I've actually focused a lot more. So I definitely brought that this time. And like I said, I was like, you know, I hear everybody, they tell me, you know, how I can adjust and things like that. But I was just like, give me a second, let me regroup. But yeah, I had my pen with me because Lord have mercy. One, I wasn't ready for it to be cold while I was there. You know, we took 2 flights to get there. I was sick. Like I literally had just gotten over being sick the day before. So I was just like, I need full attention, relaxation when I get there. So I would say, yeah, after that first match, I was like, let me go outside real quick. And the people that were overseeing my matches, they were actually like really nice, because normally they'll be like, okay, you're next. They were like, do you need a break? Are you okay to go right now? Because they're ready. And I was just like, okay. So when I won that second match, they were like, you need a break? And I was just like, yeah, please. Because I felt like all that adrenaline just hit. Like after that first win, I was like, let me step out real quick. So my trusty pen, thank God, was with me, because Lord have mercy, went on that 2-win streak. And then I said, by that last match, I kind of like was a little afraid because of who they picked, which was Nina, which is kind of hard for me to kind of pick how to compete against that. But I felt calm. Like, I felt good. I was like, I'm not mad that I lost. I knew where my mistakes were, but I was just like, I wasn't like, well, fuck. I don't know how to do this. Like, no, I went in with full confidence and I was relaxed and I had a good time. I'll tell you, this combo breaker was a good time this year.
We love a good time, honey.
Had a good experience.
And what was what was that place you got again? 385. I don't think y'all really understand. 385 out of, I'm gonna say 1,100 people.
Right.
1,100.
Over 1,000.
Amazing.
Yeah. So yeah, because I looked at it, I was like, I think it was only half 2 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. It was half of that. So I was like, dang, I'm right in the middle. But I was just like, at least like this time, I was just like, okay, we did better and technically placed higher than what I did before. So I was very proud, because being just in a competitive space is like, you're in the best of the best, because there are over 100,000 people that probably have tech and downloaded. Anybody could have signed up. They were still taking sign-ups up until the day before to compete. And for me to be like, you know what? I beat out 700 of y'all. I'm okay.
I'll take it.
I'm good with that.
Because at a 1099, I would have been number 1099.
Shut up. That means you ain't show up.
Pop in here right quick. Elle, I just want to say I certainly appreciate you coming through today. I personally have to go. They're going to continue the show from here. Y'all enjoy the rest of the show. Of course, it is your people's. Y'all know where to find me. BakedMarys, King Goddess, out for right now.
See you later.
Have a good day, my friend.
Y'all too.
I'm dead. But
sexual power. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, I was just to say she has to do her
shit on this. Proceed.
I'm dead. Okay, so I had my question before we did that, and I have also been smoking this morning, so I am just going to move on to the next. So Elle sent us a few clips. I was only able to get 2 on here because the other clips that you showed me were to be put on here, but I can show this one and then I can share my screen to show the other one. So let's get into your second clip.
All right. I'm done. That one.
Like, can we just get into how the face card don't never decline, whether it's natural, a little makeup, a lot of makeup, in cosplay, like
nigga, it was giving 90s fine.
Man,
it was.
I would say my son is to blame for why I'm always look young, because if they think he's my little brother, I'm like, okay, cool. 2, I started taking these like complexion supplements, and I'm like, okay, we getting the face back, because I was like, I need this, not where I look like I'm in my teens breaking out all the time. I need to find. I've been doing that for about 6 months now, and I will say thank God for the gummies. Just thank God for gummies, because I ain't taking no pills. But those things have helped, because I've been more comfortable not wearing makeup than wearing makeup, starting with those. So thank you. The other thing is with that was, I believe, during our Soul League, and I had said for this year in particular that I wanted people to actually know me as a competitor and not just a woman in the FGC space, because when people see me, it's like, oh, okay, it's just a girl, they can beat her. Like, no, I want you guys to be, like, oh shit, when y'all see me as well, just as anybody else. So when people see like not only me, but then they see my character Safina, which you saw there, they don't like Safina. Like they know she can get a little weird, and those are the type of characters I like to play. I like to play weird characters. I like people that move on the floor for no reason. Like they be flipping around. I was like, I can't do that. So get a character that does it. Like that's how I look at it. Um, but it was the fact that, I won that match and ended it with a perfect. I was just like, okay, bet. So I was proud of that because it was a stepping stone for me. Like, all right, we're in this. Let's actually get the ball moving. Like, this is serious. This is what I want to do. Because I mean, everybody says like, oh yeah, like they like playing Tekken. They like, I mean, just any games in general. But to take it up a notch and say I want to compete in it and be against other people, like money is involved. Like this can be a career thing, which I intend to do. Like I intend to compete in more competition. I plan to travel and go places and see other people and meet these people that I'm playing against. So this was that step. And so like, you know what, take me as like a threat as well. Like don't just look at just these men, like put my name in the ring as well. So that's what that video was.
Deserved.
Thank you.
I love that because you know what I'm saying, when we're talking about, and I believe I asked this question to previous guests that were on the show as well.
That hit was nice.
How do you maneuver around, you know what I'm saying, spaces that are normally male dominated? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How do you navigate through that?
Honestly, I've never had a problem in person. Like it's really weird. I never have a problem in person when it comes to male dominated spaces. I'm fully confident and aware of what's going on, around me, but they look at you just like anybody else. Like it doesn't matter if you're male or female. I will say like being in those type of spaces, especially at competitions in person, you see a lot more, I would say, openness, and people accept it. Like nobody looks at anybody in a crazy fashion like, oh, you're weird, none of this. The only thing is like they need to wear more deodorant, but that's about it. But I feel like that's at cons as well. But these folks will stay on a game system for 24 hours and you're like, please go take a shower. That's about it. Online, it is very different. I feel like a lot of people feel like they're big shit behind a computer screen. And I'm like, I'm probably the last person, that y'all want to talk shit to, because one, I will find out where you live. And I have been very, open with that. I've said it. I said, don't do that. Because I don't go out my way to be weird. I'm like, why are you being weird to me? So I just tell people like, hey, when we're in these spaces, like I keep it respectable. And there's my son walking in the background. But I keep it respectable. I try to make it as friendly as possible because I do like to bring people into, different communities, be like, hey, come play with us. And I want them to be comfortable. But if you're talking shit, I'm not going to want to bring you around or bring, you back. But there's just some people that just go out their way to send a nasty message or whatever. And I'm like, you wasted 2 minutes of your time to make yourself feel good for 30 seconds. Like, so, I try to minimize that. I don't let it affect me as much, only because I don't stream certain parts of Tekken online anymore. I kind of just keep it friendly. But like I said, I will say being in person for these things is totally different. And like I said, it's more welcoming, it's more open. I mean, I could compare it to DreamCon and say we didn't have any fights at Combo Breaker. We had a whole session, and I'm glad I didn't send it to y'all because y'all would have been like, what was y'all doing at Combo Breaker? But they did a session where they were doing for charity, and the guys were taking their shirts off while playing. And this was live on stream and everything. And I was just like, here I am, a woman sitting there, and I'm like, y'all men are cheering for other men to get naked on stage. And I was just like, if that isn't as gay as this can get right now, but y'all are happy for it, I was like, this is fun. I was like, I'm with it. I enjoy it. So that's why I said, like, if anybody could ever experience like a competition in person just to spectate, I would definitely go do it. You go see, we actually have fun. We may be little nerds and dorks in there, but we have fun.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
I do want to let y'all know, if y'all have any questions for Elle in the chat, please just drop them in the chat so she can answer them. I guess to give y'all a little chance to think of some questions, I will roll into the next clip.
Oh, which one is it? I was like really trying to find everything. Because like I said, once I got into, I was like, all right, we're in focus mode. I stopped clipping a lot because one thing a lot of people do will look at your clips and how you play, so that they can adjust in person. So I never posted my stuff anymore. Like I was like, I'll have my clips, but I will keep them on my PC, hidden for me, basically. Yeah, because they'll go right to your page, they'll go to your Instagram, they'll go to your Twitter. If you got it on TikTok, they'll go straight to your profile and see how you play and what move you do the most, and they'll use it against you right there.
Wow.
So this is why I say I don't stream it as much unless I'm playing like, friendly matches. But I tell people, keep that in mind. Once you go to competitions, they will look for your stuff.
That's damn near the equivalent of people getting stream sniped.
Yes. Worst character to fight against? Fang. Fang or Claudio. Right now. Like, I hate both of those. I hate getting hit with the shoulder and Claudio with his punch. People do try to download it. Yeah. I watched it in real time. Like, they went straight to social media and was just like, oh, okay. And I was like, this is why I don't put it on. Hey, Calvin. Hey, Tenno. How y'all doing?
That's surprising.
As hell.
I mean, now, you know what I'm saying? We talking about the art of war now. You feel me? Then, I mean, it would technically be like studying your enemy. So it's strategic.
Exactly. And I did it. I did it 2 years ago. Like, cause I was like, I don't know who these people are. I was like, let me see who I'm playing against. Turns out I was watching a whole different other person. Like, they had, this is why I say keep your socials the same, because I looked up the person that I thought I was competing against, had a whole Twitch and everything, playing Tekken, and they end up playing somebody totally different. So it was useless to me.
That's crazy.
That's definitely one way to prepare for a tournament, though.
Yeah,
for sure. I hadn't even considered that shit.
Yep.
So let me see. Is this the tab I'm on? Make sure I'm sharing the right one now.
Hey, good morning.
Okay. I'm finna play this tab for you.
Happy Wi-Fi.
Let me turn the music off.
Oh, that's against Mayhem? Okay. You drink vodka.
Vodka? In the AM? I'm sorry, I had to pause
last
that.
night, I think we all had a drink during the tourney last night. I'm not even gonna lie.
Oh, okay.
Not the vodka for it.
I was just gonna say.
It's 5 p.m. somewhere. So this was me and Mayhem. He was like, he wanted to go toe for toe, like first to 10, I believe.
Was this a part of one of the fight nights you hosted?
No, this was something totally separate. I think I was just like in practice mode, and he sent me a request and was just like, "Yeah, can we do a first to 10?" And typically I deny them, but I knew that I needed the practice, especially against Law. Like Law was one of my characters that I did have trouble with because he moves faster than my character. So it was good to get that experience. But of course, everybody has their skins on, so his was dressed up as Robin, of course.
Yeah, I was wondering. I was like, the outfit looked the same, but like, what are some other since the clip is playing in the background? What are some other things that you do to prepare for like tournaments, or if you know somebody be like, "Hey, 1v1 me," what's a way that you prepare outside of like going to see who they play or just doing it like that?
Yeah, so usually like this is why I'm glad I'm part of a team that is very diverse when it comes to characters. They everybody plays somebody different. So I'm able to say, "Hey, I need to learn the character matchup for this character. Do you mind if we go over some things?" And everybody's pretty much welcoming to that. Like it's not where it's like I don't want to play you type thing. So I think there's maybe like 3 or 4 of us that play my character, like actually like consistently. Some people have it as a side character. But you always want to like try to play those characters you have a hard time on, because if you play it in like ghost mode on Tekken, it's not necessarily how that person's going to play, but it gives you an idea of how it's going to go. Oh yeah, that arm. And he told me he was mad about that. He flipped into it. But yeah, it's just like, when you see certain people and you're like, okay, like if you could play against them, like and you know that like they're pretty good with it, you learn that character matchup. So when I tell people like, yes, I play Zafina, they're like, they want the character matchup. I'm like, but I don't play the same as somebody else. Like there's no two people that play the same way. So playing against me may give you insight, but it's not going to be like, I got it. Do I have a rival? He's not my rival. He's not my rival, but I always play against him. But Delirium, he's in here somewhere. He's actually helped me train as well because he plays everybody, like, and he adjusts very fast. But he's one I definitely like playing with because I can hit him up and be like, "Hey, I need to practice this character." And what we do is like he will actually play that character until I beat that character. So if it takes me 20 matches to beat him, it takes 20 matches. We don't, fray away from that. Okay. But yeah, it's like, yeah, there's certain people that you can actually hit up and be like, "Hey, can I play?" And it's not on like any weird shit. It's like if you keep an open lobby and they're like, "Oh, I want to play," cool. Most people will say, add you. I try to keep that open as well. But yeah, I don't think I actually have a rival. Actually, no, I do. And I haven't been able to find him. J Blocks. I don't know who he is, but when I find him, I'm on that ass. I believe he played Law, and he beat me twice, and it was on some really weird shit. And I was like, if I find him, I'm gonna get him. But whoever he is, I haven't seen him since, but definitely. Being an influence, help with mind games and playing fighting games. Yes, if you can handle it. If you can handle it. And that's what I'm saying. Like for my personal thing, I had my pen with me. I had my bottle of wine when I realized that that worked out for me for multiple games. I realized it worked out for me. I focus a lot more. Um, I will say, if for me, like I have anxiety, so also having my anxiety pills work as well when I'm in public spaces. Um, but it really depends because some people it will make it weird and you can't focus and everything just goes haywire. You're missing inputs and things like that. So I will say if you can handle it and you know it works for you, keep it going.
Okay.
Popcorn.
Yeah, he talking about some. I be telling people the weed help. It really do
It
though.
does.
Like, just I feel like just playing the game in general. If you smoke or like Il said with her drinking wine, sometimes even outside of the game, it can translate to other shit, bro. One time I drank like half a bottle of wine, smoked like 2 blunts, and I learned I can draw. Nigga,
See?
I didn't draw no time
I'm
other than that, but I locked
telling
the fuck
you.
in and I was drawing. And then even like to the game aspect, like I did that shit and I was locked the fuck in on zombies, bro. I was whooping
You
ass.
zone in, and that's what I said. Normally people can't focus, but it's like I'm not gonna say I'm taking like 3 shots of tequila and playing. Oh no, like it's wine,
Mm-hmm.
like just wine. Then I was like, I have my pen. I need to actually go back and get some more stuff, but it's like I have my sativa and I'm cool. If it's anything other than that, I am screwed. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I hear everything. I'm like, I can't. So that's why I said if it works, keep it going. But if you know, like, you know what, I don't remember what happened. I was acting weird. It made me feel off. Don't do it. But everybody I can say like that was around me, we all had a little something to keep us going
Mm-hmm.
and keep us focused. So yeah. How do I feel about the latest Tekken patch? So Tekken is going it's trying to go in the right direction. Okay. That's the nice part. I need them to understand that when we say a character needs to be nerfed, that doesn't mean, hey, we just take away 1 or 2 things. No, like I need them to do more. Okay. One thing I noticed about Tekken for this specific one. So 8, I don't know what they're listening to, but it ain't us. And once they do listen to us, half of us are on another game. Okay. I say I'm going to continue playing. I'm just here. Um, this latest patch, everybody's like, "Oh, Zafina got buffed." Okay, no, I'm gonna be straight with you. She got buffed because she's taking less damage when she's doing certain moves, and then it's more damage when she's in a certain type stance, thing. In simpler words, but I feel certain characters based off of, and I'm saying what I saw last night. Y'all said Steve got nerfed. He was moving a little fast for me, and I was just like, I'm not knowing how y'all deal with that. Law still looks like a problem. I'm shocked I didn't see Paul in there. I don't see any more Azucenas, but I will say it did help that a lot of people still underestimate Zafina because I definitely was like on a little win streak, and then I hit a Leroy and it fucked me over. I'm probably not gonna play that game until next week. So hopefully, fingers crossed, the patch that's gonna be what at the end of this month or in July is a little bit better. But I'm like, damn, y'all doing all these little patches here and there. Just do one big patch, please. And not what y'all did for season 2 because mind fucked. um, yeah. And I totally agree. Tekken and Street Fighter are one thing. I do want to get back on Street Fighter. I saw Elena was going to be on there. I heard Sea Viper is going to be back, and that's my girl. Now I can officially cosplay her, which I am very excited for because I need to bring that red hair back. I need to bring that red hair back.
I like all colored hair, L, if you were wondering.
You in my head. I was like, all the colors look good on L. So.
I was just to say literally every single one. Like I wish you had done the two cosplays that you did this past DreamCon. I wish you had already did them for when we interviewed you for the last cosplay because I want to show the people. Baby, she ate down.
And the photos are still coming from last weekend. I'm not gonna lie, those two cosplays were one, I felt like the riskiest that I've had. Especially my May one. As Death, she's cool. I mean, I was so surprised at how many people actually was just like wanting to interact with me because I was just like, when I'm in cosplay, I am in character. Like that is how it's supposed to be. It's not just throwing on a quote unquote costume. No, you jump into character. You are that person. So, people coming up to me, I'm like, you mind putting this around your neck? I know it's a whip, but this is what she does. And one guy, he was like, oh, I don't want to be stepped on. I was like, I didn't want to do that, but
now I'm gonna.
But one person did want me to step on him, so I'm okay. But Bello Betty, Lord have mercy.
Hey.
I was actually shocked. My mom actually texted me. She was like, you looked really good. I was like, Mom, my titties were out. Like, what are you talking about? She was like, you still look nice. And she said, and that's why I always try to put a photo of the character that I'm cosplaying next to it. So, like, I'm not just trying to throw it out there. But she was like, you did really well. You looked like her, just the black version. I was like, that's what I'm going for. So I was like, that's a big step for her to say, I look nice and not crazy being with titties out majority of the was there. Is there a specific stage or a specific how I want to play at? I'm not gonna play there, but I will be in the area for Evo in Vegas. I do want to compete in Evo one time, at least, before I decide to retire. I should have competed at Evo 2 years ago, and I had COVID right before it. I was just like, it's just not meant for me. And I was literally cleared the day that I was supposed to compete, but I couldn't get my flight in time, so I ended up missing it. But I would love to compete at Evo. Now that I'm back on the East Coast, I will say I definitely look forward to being in more competitions over here. Hopefully I can go to defend the North because that's a little closer. Would I ever pick up Smash Bros? I played it with my son, and I did play it years ago on stream. But Struggle kept beating me. He kept beating me. And I was just like, you know what? You got it. I'm done. The clip is somewhere that he was running me over with a car, and I was just like, you know what? You got it. But I will say, yes, I saw the Switch 2 is out. I feel like I am more than likely going to get that as a birthday gift for myself because, hey, why not? I have everything else. So I know people want me on Pokemon too if Tony's in here. But yeah, I'll probably pick it up. But I will say that's more of like my son's game. He's already competed in Smash Bros. Tournaments, so I may leave that up to him.
Okay. I mean, he finding his lane. He getting out there.
Yeah. I was actually shocked. I was like, yeah, I said, you wanna I forgot what con I went to, but they definitely had these competitions for anybody under 18. I was like, you can go in, and he was like, okay. And I believe I streamed it, and he was like a little nervous, but I was like, how do you feel? He was like, I feel good. I want the next one. I was like, okay. So yeah, that kind of started off, but yeah, he's Smash Bros. That's his lane.
Okay.
Baby, because I would have been like, I don't have any children yet, but I could just imagine like if my child had decided to play video games, knowing that I like the game, baby, I'm gonna hype that nigga up every chance I get. It'll be like, nigga, hell yeah, son, beat their ass. I'm gonna be talking about shit
Man,
that my kid would.
I've watched my son, play online, in person. One, he's a shooter. He likes to play Apex, Fortnite, Call of Duty, and he used to play without the sound on. Like, how? Especially in COD, how? He is very aware of his surroundings when it comes to playing in those type of games. Like, I had him play for me a couple times. Like, if I was playing COD and I need to step away, I'm like, hey, Brandon, take the controller, play for me. And I come back and he on a kill streak. He dipping and dodging. I'm like, dude, like, is the sound on? Are you talking to the chat? And he was like, no, I don't need it. And I'm like, okay. Like, that's crazy to me. Now that he's more open, I asked if he wants to stream it. He eventually does, but I'm telling you, I tell people, like, bring your kids into the games, just as long as you monitor them, because I'm like, people are weird, So I do still have that parental stuff on his. Yeah, he can't just do anything, but he is he's fucking good. Like, he's just not 18 yet, so he can't compete in those yet.
It's okay.
Yeah.
When he get there though, he'll be ready. Shit.
Yeah, he will be.
Yeah. Oh,
so let's gonna get into this last clip. Don't forget, y'all, we finna round it up. So put y'all questions in the chat if y'all have any.
Versus Anna, this is probably when I know it's me. I just gotta remember.
Okay, hold on. My bad. I was being impatient.
Oh no, I think you still have to go a little forward because I'm in practice mode first, and then I think it goes into it.
Okay.
Yeah. I just don't know where. Oh, there it go.
Get ready for the next battle.
Oh, a victor. I'm trying to remember, like, what happened here that I clipped it, because sometimes I be clipping people that be leaving. Because you have a lot of people that you'll be close to winning, and then they'll just leave. And that's one thing Tekken needs to fix. Like, if I'm playing and that person left, I shouldn't be getting penalized for that. Like, and so I stopped playing for a little bit because I was just like, it's not fair.
Can it derank you if people leave?
Yeah, if you lose enough points, yeah. Like, because I've had it where they'll say, oh, you're penalized, so you lose points in your next match, and it'll double the points that you lose. So, like, if you weren't even close to losing, you are now. So you got to play even harder. But then if you win, you're winning the same amount of points as actually you only win half the points that you would have gotten. So hopefully they fix that, but I highly doubt it because it's been a hot mess. But I've only had one person plug on me since the update, so I don't know how often that affects me right now. I hate this stage, by the way. This is the worst stage ever. And now with Armor King coming back, I'm not excited.
I feel like I was always more of a Mortal Kombat girly than Tekken. I played Tekken more when I was like a lot younger because my dad played like those games.
Yeah. Okay, so I did. I can't remember. I didn't see if this was before the first patch or the second patch. Um, they might have left. Yeah. Uh,
Get ready
that's what I
for
was
the
like.
next battle.
I was like, they might have left. So, um, I felt bad for. I do feel bad when I demote people, but at the same time, it's like it's a part of the game. Um, but that's one thing I noticed. A lot of us like try to talk about. It's like if you lose, I feel like the person that lost, it should be up to them if they want to rematch or whatever. If they don't want to rematch, fine. It's whatever. I get it. Um, but this is where kind of the toxicity comes in because if you won and done, quote unquote, people start sending you messages and stuff. And it's like, first of all, you don't know the fuck I got going on this other side. I don't have to sit here. I paid however much. I don't know how much everybody else paid for Tekken because I got the DLCs and all that, so you know it's up there. But they'll come in and they'll start talking shit and sending messages and stuff, and it's like not that serious. I have stuff to do.
Right.
I don't have to sit here and fight. So Mortal Kombat, I will say I never had that issue. One, because you saw your opponent beforehand, who it was, who they were playing with. So you can decide if you wanted to play them or not initially. Tekken doesn't have that. Tekken is like roulette. You don't know what you're going to get until that comes up saying your character versus whoever. The only thing you can control is if you see Wi-Fi or wired. That is it. Most of us will not play against people on Wi-Fi because that shit is ass. But you have the issue with people that are wired that like to plug. So that is, if you guys are ever down for dealing with that, those are really the only issues I will say. But yeah, I do be feeling bad when I demote people and then they lose. I'm like, y'all could have probably won that.
They'll be all right. If they was meant to win, they would have.
I try to be nice about it. Because I always say I'm still learning too. Like it's not. I don't ever feel like I'm the best because I'm like there are definitely a lot of people better than me, and so if somebody's like, "Oh, you're so good," like I still got a ways to go. I'm not gonna beat myself up, but I'm gonna get there.
We think you're the best.
And do.
But yeah, that is. I would say it's definitely something. Hey, CJ.
Girl, 385 might as well have been first.
It was definitely a whole lot better than what I expected because, like I said, I think I went 1-2 2 years ago. I had a bye, so technically I was 2-2, but I was just like I actually fought these matches, so I was like, those are mine. I won those, so I'm definitely proud of myself. I was like, it was better than 2 years ago, so that's a win for me. I was like, and then like I said, I got to enjoy the rest of the competition. I met some amazing people. I'm still trying to catch up on everybody that I met, but it was an amazing time. I have absolutely no complaints. I will be back Combo Breaker, and it's gonna be better than it was this year.
All right now,
y'all heard it here first. Yeah.
Hey, I know you heard that.
Yeah.
Okay, Mo, you want to go on and crack the question?
All right. Well, with that being said, our dear sweet elevation. I always ask all of our guests this question, since we've been doing WATA Weeding Game. Do you have any grievances or compliments, feedback, whether good or bad, about the game, any games, the gaming industry, or the gaming community?
I need more women. That's it. I need more women. We are there, but I need more women. it's good to see that there are a lot of Black women in the space, but I need more women. Um, I would say, like, yeah, I was a little sad that I only had one other woman that was in my competition last night. Um, when I go to these spaces, I want to see more. So I tend to be around, oh, like, can I do this? Have an all female tournament, which I plan to do that again. Just to show that we are here. We're up there just like anybody else. We're paying attention. We're not just, trying to fit in with the boys. I want to see more women commentators. There's a lot that can be placed than just being a pretty face in this space. Like, we actually know what we're doing. So that's the one thing I always say, like, if we can ever get it, more women in this space. We're there, but I need it to be more acknowledged that, even though, yeah, such and such won, but this woman placed this place. Let's acknowledge that. She may be the first or second woman to do this. Acknowledge that. We don't get that. And so I want to see more of that, especially in the gaming space.
Okay.
It's good to be acknowledged, goddamn. It's good
Hey,
to be seen.
words of King Wanaka, it is good to be acknowledged.
Yes.
We are here.
To be seen, brother.
We are
Yes.
here. We are not just pretty face. Girls game too.
Exactly. I said we are here. I mean, it's to a point where it's like it's not deniable that we're here. But a lot of men in smaller communities make it seem like it's not safe for us. But like I said, I may have a different experience from another woman because, like I said, I can go to competitions and feel safe. I mean, yes, I have people around me, but I feel safe where I can talk to people, where I can be myself. Some people may not get that for them, and I'll say, well, those aren't your people. So move away from that. But online, and like I always use Twitter as an example, that Twitter will make it seem like it's just toxic as hell. Like any game is toxic. Like, they don't want women involved, and we focus on that so much that you forget like there's actually good people in this community. So I tend to be like, yeah, I don't know who that person is. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't talk to many, but the people that I meet, cool folks, help. Like I said, they don't see me as just a woman in this space. They see me as a fellow competitor. How can we help? And that's how I want like everything around to be. But we have, like, I'm gonna use an example for Tommy Michelle with COD and All Go Queen. They're doing it for COD. Celebrate that. Like, do that. Like, you see them, but you're not celebrating them because of women. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, they don't exist, they need to be in the kitchen. Like, if I hear that, if I see that, like, okay, now watch you get your ass kicked, and then you mad, and all of a sudden you bring it up, so that's all. Like, celebrate all of our women outside of Women's History Month. Thank you for that month, but y'all need to be celebrating us all year round because we are doing shit out here,
period,
and it needs to be celebrated. So watch out for us. That's all I got. Watch out for us. There was a Women of Color booth at DreamCon. Bet I missed it. Commander Fiona, I missed it.
Pull up next year.
I would say at DreamCon I couldn't go anywhere. I'm gonna be completely honest. I missed it because the moment I walked into DreamCon, of course, I had cosplay on. I couldn't tell you what booth was where.
Yeah,
I couldn't. I was stopped everywhere that I went. So, I mean, I thank everybody for taking photos with me and making it a good time. I was like, damn, I don't know what booth was what.
I ain't know. Like everybody here, I'm glad everybody had a good. Well, the people who did, I'm glad the people who did had a good time.
But the amount of times we told to make a sandwich, you made me mopping the whole squad. Man, and they need to go somewhere with that. I'm like, you just like, I'm the type to be like, you just want a sandwich? I be making full course meals. Like, what you talking about? I will cook dinner and then come stream and be like, and y'all tired? What you talking about? Like, no. That they be trying it. I'm like trying to like make sure. Hey, impulsive. I'm sorry. Allah. My chat is in 2 different areas. And I'm making sure because YouTube is also like pulled up as well. So shout out to YouTube if you're not following that already.
Shout out to YouTube.
But yeah, they can go somewhere with those type of comments because I was like, what if the girl don't even cook? I mean, she cooking you in COD, but you know.
Okay, period.
No, it's hard.
Yeah, but yeah, I those comments can go somewhere because I'm like, most of y'all live with, you know, your moms, y'all getting takeout every night. Like you would want a home cooked meal from these women. I'm just saying. Well, yeah, I know you on the grill. But yeah,
I'm not a grill.
More women, y'all. More women.
Word of the day.
Tabernacle. More women in the tabernacle. There we go.
Okay. So I'm pretty sure all the people in L's chat already know where to find her. But L, can you please let the people on this side know where they can find you?
Of course. So I am at Elevation on all social media. Very big on that to keep my handle the same. So when you type in Elevation on the Google, I will pop up. It's the only thing you can't find me on Elevation is my PlayStation. That's it. But yeah, Elevation, ELLEV, the number 8, TION. That is me.
Period.
I call me by my name. So you can find me on all socials at Young Goldilocks. So literally just YUNGGOLDELOX. You feel me? And if you're wanting to shop with your unicorn, you can make your purchases at yourlocalhoodwitch.com. And if you're on FB or IG, you can follow my business pages at Your Local Hood Witch. Selling the cannabis topicals, cannabis shea butter, cannabis oil. So my eyes are low. I can barely keep my shit open. Like I'm trying so hard right now. Listen, you can't hear. Somebody say they can't hear me.
I want to say can't hear.
Okay.
I was like, can you hear
let me try again. Okay, so again, you can follow me at Young Goldilocks on all socials right there. And then again, if you want to shop with your unicorn, cannabis topicals, cannabis oil, you feel me, cannabis shea butter, cannabis accessories, yourlocalhoodwitch.com. And if you're on FB or IG, you can follow my business pages at Your Local Hood Witch. Unicorn is out.
Hell, take eyes lower than yours.
I'm going to say, wake your ass up for the 99 and the 2000.
Hey, y'all. This way you can find me right here on Instagram. Y'all leave me alone. My skin _ is my sin. Also, if you is in the Houston area and you're looking for a mobile birder, you can also follow me at Taylor _D with 2 E's _birders. Bye. Bye.
It's your motherfucking boy. I will probably start streaming again sometime in July, like towards the end of July. So you can follow me on Twitch at your boy and on Twitter at your boy. King Goddess had to dip out early, but you can find her on all motherfucking platforms that take King Goddess with 3 motherfucking underscores. And yeah.
And last but not least, because I skirted, I'll be skirting off on everybody's ass.
That's what
I remember this time.
Do your job.
Not do your job. Oh my god. your job, bitch. No, listen, you can follow the collective at BakedMarys on all socials except for Instagram. We are baked_Mary. You feel me? And with that being said, I gotta get to it. Y'all bear with me. Hold on. I can't move no faster, Lord. You motherfuckers have officially been baked. BakedMarys is out.
We out. We love y'all. Elle, are you staying on?
I am going to raid out. I'm giving myself the free day today.
I know that's right.
Amen to that. A gram to that.
Yes. Let me see. Do you guys have somebody?
Who on right now?
Yeah, that's a good question. Actually, I see. I'm not gonna lie. This spoiled my plans. I was finna send these niggas straight to you and be like,
you can
goodbye.
Send them to me, and then
Okay.
I can send everybody out. Let's do that.
Yes.
Let's see who. So there, I do see some tagging.
Go show Elle some love, y'all. We love y'all, and we out on this side. Let's see.
Let's see. Then I will bring up mine. There we go. I need to fix that song. We got the raid going, and I'm actually have to make a balloon for that.